Hey guys, it's Dark Architect 18 back here with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be doing the USS New Mexico. So we're going to be going over the commander, the modifications, the stats, and then getting the gameplay. But before we do that, quick service announcement. If you wouldn't mind, please like and subscribe to the channel. It lets me know you care. And anyways, we'll get back to the video. So we're going to be pulling up the commander in a little. And here we go. So we got William Sims on the screen. So for our skills, we have flammable cannoneer, gyrating drill bits, marksmanship, reaching out XXL, will tree build for the legendary perk or skill. Then inspirations Ozerlane Charnhorst and Andrew Cunningham. So this is a dispersion and accuracy build. So for like sniper battleships, typically use them for most of my American battleships overall. Then we're going to actually be getting into the modifications next for the ship. So we have secondary battery mod 2 in the first slot. And then in the second slot, we have propulsion mod 2. Then decent heal. Then we have a catapult fighter, so it follows the ship and it takes down enemy aircraft. So it's good for spotting other ships and torpedoes, and it's good for fending off against aircraft carriers. And it's good to spot, considering it's a slow battleship. I could have done the secondary mod consumable, but I chose not to. But here are the stats. We'll actually go into them a bit more into the actual gameplay. Briefly showing the armor viewer, and we'll be getting into the actual gameplay relatively shortly. Okay, so we have a battle on shards today. It's domination game mode. Pretty decent battle. We're with the last legend. Some people on the other team. So this should be an interesting one. I'm going to start with the New Mexico stats now. So we have 55,000 HP, 6 to 457 millimeters of armor, 40% torpedo reduction, with a overall survivability rating of 65. The artillery, we have 4x3, 356 millimeters, 14-inch guns, 17.5 kilometer firing range, 34.2 second reload time, 40 second 180 turn time, 5,000 max HE damage, 30% fire setting chance, 11,550 max AP shell damage, and we have an 82 rating for the artillery. And that also includes the secondaries, which I'm going to be going over now. So the secondaries, we have 8x1, 127 millimeter, 4.8 kilometer firing range, or 4.5 second reload. For the HE shells for the secondaries, we have a max HE shell damage of 1,800, 5% setting fire chance. Then for the other secondaries, we have 10x1, 127 millimeters, 4.8 kilometer firing range, 7 second reload, 1,800 max HE shell damage, 6% fire setting chance. And then for the AA, we have 3x1, 20 millimeter guns with 11 average damage per second, 2 kilometer firing range, 8x2, 20 millimeter with 49 average damage per second, 2 kilometer firing range. Then we have a 4x1, 40 millimeter with the 30 average damage per second, 3.5 kilometer firing range, 4x2, 40 millimeter, 45 average damage per second, 3.5 kilometer firing range, and that gives us a 53 AA rating. And then for the maneuverability, we have 18.9 knots max speed, 640 meter turning circle radius, 14.2 second rudder shift time. So that gives us an 11 rating for the maneuverability. And then finally for the concealment, we have 14.2 kilometers detectability by sea, 11.4 kilometers detectability by air, 2 kilometers guaranteed detectability, 12.3 kilometers detectability while firing in smoke. So with those numbers in mind, you kind of get an idea that this ship's more of a slow and heavy tanker kind of battleship, since it's kind of earlier on and with all the designs for battleships. But yeah, so the main guns are pretty good, even though they're only 14-inch. Tier 5, you typically don't need too much, but as long as you know where you're aiming, you can get a lot of damage. Really tanky. It's got great torpedo reduction, great armor. It's got, I think, middle of the line, maybe a little bit above average HP overall. The secondaries are pretty accurate. They're American. Just got a kill right there, so you see secondaries are pretty good. They're not that far, but you don't need them that far. They're like, what did I say? I think 4.8, like 5 kilometers secondaries. So that's pretty darn good for a slow, tanky battleship. But yeah. So currently I pushed up to B, kind of helping my team out, trying to capture this space, try to get some points on the board. I kind of pushed forward, then pushed back because the Primal was rushing me, and so was the Destroyer, and so was the Omaha, but I killed the Omaha just like a minute ago, if that, with my secondaries. So I took out the Primal. He rushed me. That was not smart to do of him. So we have the Gade. So I'm going to be turning in, and I was thinking he probably might have more torps, but I don't think he does. I think that was all of his torps just right there. But anyways, I'm going to turn in, get ready to fire my main guns. I already got my target lock on him, and looking down the barrel and aiming a little bit ahead, and we actually take him out for kill number 3. We already got a close quarters expert, 3 defense, 18 secondary hits, 24 main hits, and a couple incapacitations. So a pretty decent game so far, and we're only 5 minutes in, so pretty decent. We got another New Mexico over here. I'm turning my turrets, trying to mitigate some of the damage that we have coming in, and some of the damage actually bounces off the turrets. So now I'm going to aim a little bit around waterline, assuming I can get the most damage, and he's going to be moving up, which he does. And we chunk him for almost 8,800, I think. It was like 8,779 or something, or 8,800. Anyways, pretty good chunk of a hit to the New Mexico. Obviously, New Mexico has all or nothing armor, kind of like Colorado and New York, Nevada, and Tennessee. So it's awesome armor scheme for the Americans. So definitely amazing. And then we just chunked New Mexico again for 11.5K approximately. We're just going to keep going after him. We got a Citadel, 15K. That was definitely an oof moment. That New Mexico just keeps giving broadside, so he's just asking for it. We are just about 120 or 30 points off from tying the game. We currently have B. The enemy is capturing A, and they already have C. So my idea is trying to get these ships out of here, and then I can just push C and then try to capture that, so you can get to the bases and minimize the number of enemies over time. So we take out the New Mexico, got him for 2 Citadels overall. We got a brave Leander pushing out in the oven, and definitely brave for sure, because Leander doesn't have the best armor, but it's good at killing cruisers and destroyers, but it's not really good at killing battleships, except unless you get in close range, and battleships being kind of dumb, then it can be easier to take out, battleships if you use your torpedoes on both sides and you kind of swap around or go in a circle around the battleship. But that's assuming that the battleship player doesn't know very much. But this Leander's, I think he just keeps pushing out. We got this destroyer over here. He's kind of drawing my eye. I'm aiming at him. I'm trying to take him out. I'm going to lead ahead because I know he's going pretty decent speed. And we take him out. So we get the Kraken unleashed. 5 kills, 85,000 damage. So the Kraken and the close quarters expert for the medal so far. Quite a good game for sure with the Tech Tree, New Mexico. I've always kind of liked this ship. Well, not kind of, but actually really like this ship. It's just tanky as the torpedo reduction. It's got the armor. It's got, the only thing is the speed, but everything else is above average for sure, or at, just at average or above average in terms of its stats for the most part. So that's very good to keep in mind. We got the Leander kind of sneaking out again, pushing around this island. I was thinking he was going to keep pushing. I am going to get my guns around to see if I can get another kill. Make this 6 kills instead of 5, which would be nice. 87,000 damage. Leander's pushing. I'm aiming up and in because I'm assuming he's going to turn, and he does. We get a high caliber right there, and we get a Confederate as well. Raking in those medals big time. We got 4 of them now. We're up to 103k damage. Trying to see if I can get anything else with this. Goal is to get another kill. He's the last one. Overall, we just started at B and we're just pushing over to C. Helping the team, whichever side is weakest, is typically my goal. Whether it's to hold the side of a flank you spawn at, and kind of just slow down the enemy, or to actually make a big difference and actually help the team win. Those are my goals typically whenever I'm in a match. So if I can achieve that in any sound way to do that, I will do that. Or definitely aim. I don't always achieve it, but you can aim high, and that helps the case more. So we get a couple bounces. I think it was like 1 overpen. I'm not 100% sure, but we got that. So Leander's going to try to just get out of this situation. He's in a toasty situation. So yeah, he is just going to book it around this corner as quick as he can, trying to turn in and out. And I'm going to try to assume that he's kind of going out, but kind of goes back in. Get another 3K. We're up to 106K. So I hope you guys leave a comment down below telling me what your opinion is on the USS New Mexico, how you enjoy it. Do you enjoy it? Do you wish it had anything else or any different builds that you suggest for me, or all that kind of good stuff? So I'll comment down and answer any of those or discuss below for this video. But I'm kind of expecting this Leander to poke around this mountain, and I'm going to be getting all my guns ready to bear if he does, which I'm assuming he will, because he went around the mountain earlier. We're capturing the base, and yeah. So yeah, there's Leander. We're going to get a shot off. We're going to aim ahead and ensure that we get it. And we aim ahead, leading him, and we get a kill. 6 kills, 108k damage. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Thanks for your time. Really appreciate it. This is Dark Architect 18. I am out. Thanks. Peace. Peace. Bye.